It'll be the Celtics off the tip. Now here's Brown. Pass to Cantor. Walker taking his time here. Here's Brown. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Hey, guys, that's just outstanding confidence from Brown. I mean, getting up with the shot right away and giving the defense no time to react, that's impressive.
Here's KD. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
Walker against Irving. Walker's shot is off.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Dinwiddie's shot is off.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
And the pass to Tatum. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Here's Irving. Allen in the post. He's against Cantor, and that one, good.
Well, you see the hustle from Allen there, guys, and his relentlessness and the mindset to keep at it really allows him to gobble up those offensive boards.
Here's Walker with the three. He can't get that one to fall. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. They'd like to continue the success they had on Friday night here.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Absolutely, especially on the road when you need those guys off the bench to up the ante.
Tatum, the shot's good. Brown making the play. Tatum's got his second basket of the night.
You know, guys, Tatum's ability to rise into his jump shot makes him hard to defend for just about all defenders.
Irving, good.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Walker, bounce pass. Tatum kicks to Brown. Takes the 13-footer. Mirotic grabs the miss. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Nets. Knocked away and stolen by Tatum. Here's Brown. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And Brown really is at his best when he takes it inside. I mean, the defense has no idea what to do with it.
Brooklyn trailing. Outside, KD. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball. Got that bucket in no time at all. Tatum's got 6.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And Kevin Durant, every night you can trust that he's going to bring focus, effort, and commitment. That's pretty much all one can ask for.
Free throw drops for KD. And some changes here for the Celtics. Robert Williams, he's checked in for Cantor. Smart comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker. And KD drops them both.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Wanamaker the pass to Tatum. Williams scanning the floor. Here's Brown. A second chance effort. That one doesn't go. Great D that time from Irving. Dinwiddie passes to KD. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Tatum leading the charge. Excellent D there from Mirotic.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Irving kicks to Dinwiddie. And again, it's the Nets missing. Out to KD from past the arc. And again, no good by Brooklyn. The Celtics with the lead. A floater, good.
For a guy who's still working on his range, love to see Smart attacking on the interior.
They've been looking at us offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a stand.
For Brooklyn.
and they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Jared Allen. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Mirotic. Joe Harris is checked in for Spencer Dinwiddie. And Smith subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Here's Durant. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Durant's got his second bucket of the night.
And Durant has just such a fluid release. Very efficient shooting the ball from that mid-range. No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
The Celtics shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. The first free throw is good. And he makes both free throws. 1:04 left in the first quarter. And it's Smith penetrating. And again, it's Brooklyn converting. Celtics have gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Pass to Poirier. Here's Wanamaker. Launches it. It's hauled in by Harris.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Here's KD. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. KD's got 8 points.
Yeah, you look at the way Kevin Durant releases it so high, makes it hard to block, which is why he's such an efficient inside scorer.
Green with the ball. Out to the right wing. They get it back.
Yeah, hard trying to keep Williams off the boards. He makes it a mission to keep possessions alive.
Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. Celtics lead by 2. And the second quarter about to get, some say, Greg, a golden age at the point guard position.
Yeah, and Irving right there with the best of them. He embraces the challenge.
And glad to have you with us as we get going here in Game 2. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. They've got Luwawu. Harris is out there with J.R. Smith. And it's Durant. And it's Bogut. And at the 5. Green finds Williams. Back to Green. And Wanamaker has it in the corner. Shot clock at 5. Shoots the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. He has 5.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Yep, that one goes.
Well, I love the speed that Durant has. I mean, fantastic at slashing into the paint and scoring right at the rim. That length of stride of his and his speed, lethal combination.
Here's Williams, and contact on the shot, so he's shooting free throws here.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Mirotic is checked in for Durant. Young comes in for Joe Harris. And Irving subbed in for Smith. Young. The rebound by the Celtics.
You know, the fact is, he's not a lock from there, but he was open enough to where he should have hit that shot.
Walker the pass to Williams. Now, here's Cantor. Boston needs to get off a shot, and Mirotic sends it back.
You know, for Mirotic, it's about hustling on this end. I mean, when he does that, he can block shots.
Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. Jaylen Brown comes in for Smart. Here's Tatum. Offensive rebound. The shot's good from Cantor. Cantor's got the lead up to 5 now for Boston.
Terrific screen that time by Walker.
On its way from Irving for 2 and misses it off the right side of the rim.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Walker against Young. Step back shot. Here's Cantor with the second effort, and the layup is good. And it's a 7-point Boston lead.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Out to the wing. Here's Walker. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Nets trail by 7. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Walker against Irving. Young in the corner. And the Nets miss again. And so it's Hayward with it. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here. And the defense, no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
Boston's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Passes it to Cantor. On the wing, Brown. 6 to shoot. Here's Tatum. Nails the baby hook. Tatum's got the lead back up to 7 now for the Celtics.
They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
And that one's good, Irving.
Boy, I tell you, I don't know if there's anybody better than Kyrie Irving close to the basket. He has a great feel for how to score inside.
And Walker kicks to Hayward. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. And the Celtics lead by 7.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside.
To change it up. Timeout called the Nets.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout. So far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunity.
Tatum deciding where to go with it. No good with the triple. Nets trail by 4. Left side Durant. Count it, good. KD's got 12 points in the game.
Man, he gets it done in bunches, does Durant. He's a superb scorer. You've just got to marvel at his greatness.
This one for 3. It's hauled in by Harris.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
That ties it up. He's got 14.
And Irving is comfortable running the offense. When a teammate's open, he's quick to whip it around and get him a good look.
And here is Brown, tipped away. And Irving launches it from deep, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. So a tie game here as we finish the first half. And we're with you again as our round 1 coverage continues. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court for the Celtics, Hayward at small forward, with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Cantor in at the center position. And that one drops.
And, that's exactly what you want from your point guard. Get the ball to the open guy, on time and on target.
Irving dishes to Harris. KD on the wing, guarded by Tatum. Back to Young for the lead. Drains it from beyond the arc. Young's got the lead up to 1 now for Brooklyn.
Dialing it in, Mr. Young, a.k.a. Swaggy P, I think. Can't afford to lose track of him, whatever his moniker is.
Shot's good by Walker.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
KD against Tatum. Durant kicks to Irving. Shot clock at 6. Jacks up a 3. And the Nets, another 3.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Nick Young. That's his first foul. Smart's checked in for Jaylen Brown.
Marcus Smart.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. And that one, good.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Back to Harris. Nets passing it around. A three-pointer is right on target. Young's got 6 points in the quarter.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
They are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Harris kicks to Irving. And here's Young from the arc. Here's Allen, goes back up. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Boy, exhibiting toughness right there and persistence. Allen might have been fouled on that inside basket.
Here's Walker. Count it. Walker's got 8 points.
He didn't have a single point in the first half. Bagel, 0 points, nada. He's starting to get into the groove here in the second.
Durant kicks to Young. And here's Harris from the arc. And Boston with the rebound. From deep, Walker. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got 8 rebounds in this game. Tatum against KD. That shot missing. Excellent D from Cancer. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up with the Celtics. They trail by 1, but they'll get another chance. Second chance shot. Excellent D there from Allen.
Well, that's a good player missing from point-blank range. That's one you got to convert.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. Swap here for Brooklyn. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Luwawu, and that one hits back iron. Boston's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Smart deciding where to go with it. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
As tough as they get, Smart's a bulldog out there, does a good job of drawing contact, oftentimes by initiating it.
This is his first free throw of the game. Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. Celtics making a switch here. Brown's checked in. And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
And some of what Smart gives this team doesn't always show up in the stat sheet, but he makes plays that help you win.
A 3 for Mirotic. Poirier grabs the miss. The Celtics have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Floats one. Williams gets the bucket. Williams has got 6 points.
You know, when Williams gets positioned inside, he just looks to dominate physically, and then he shows you the skill set on top of it.
Bogut finds Dinwiddie. Bogut down low. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. 1:15 left in the third quarter. Williams passes to Wanamaker. A three-pointer off the mark. Nets trail by 3. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And it's Smith missing. For Boston, they've gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Brown kicks to Smart. Inside. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Brooklyn's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Here's Dinwiddie. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Smart passes to Poirier. And that one is stuffed right through.
And this is where Smart has really improved. The game's slowed down for him. He's playing under better control. Nice pass.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. As the teams head into this time, a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Durant's checked in for Spencer Dinwiddie.
And at nearly 7 feet tall, Durant is a prime-time threat to pound one down. Got to keep him away from the rim.
And there's the call on Durant. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Brown, and it's sent back by PD. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. It's the Celtics. They finish off the third quarter on a 12-4 run.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
NBA playoff round 1. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action on the court. And Brooklyn, look at who they've got. We've got Nikola Mirotic. Luwawu is out there with Bogut. And it's Smith. And it's Durant in at the small forward. He gets that one.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And deadly from pretty much anywhere on the court. Durant is a relentless scorer.
Shots good by Walker.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
Here's KD. He makes his 9th shot of the game. He has only missed 4.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Boston.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
Another thing they've done tonight well is share the ball. So many of their points have come off of good, crisp passes.
Enes Kanter's checked in for the Celtics. Gordon Hayward comes in for Marcus Smart.
He did the important part at the line there, the heavy lifting, if you will. Made this a 2-possession game.
Mirotic's shot is off.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Smith against Walker. Right side Durant. Bogut trying to get open. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Durant.
And that stroke of Durant, effortless. I mean, easily pulling up from the perimeter. Textbook form. Beautiful to watch.
Pass to Tatum. And here's Walker. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Walker's got the lead back up to 7 now for Boston. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
And the lack of rim protection.
You know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
So for the Nets, Nick Young's checked in for Durant, and it's Kyrie Irving in for J.R. Smith. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, during that last break, I heard Kenny Atkinson talking with his team. He said, if we're going to pull this out, we have to do it as a team. We have to rely on one another, trust one another, and help one another. Let's go get this. Kevin, back to you.
And on the way from Irving for three. A shot off that time. Some solid defense from Brown. And a wide open look for Walker. A three-pointer, no good. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. It's a 5-point game. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
It's good. 16 points for Walker.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
Yeah, it's not a surprise then to see them out in front the way they've been efficient offensively in this half and actually throughout the entire game. This is where Young's great confidence comes into play. That's a big bucket.
Brown dishes to Cantor. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Brown drives in. Second shot opportunity. And that's collected by Bogut. Bogut's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Irving against Brown. And stolen by Tatum. Looking to get it going. Oh, wow.
Hey, and with Brown, guys, it doesn't matter what point in the game it is. I mean, he's ready to shoot whenever he has the ball in a good spot.
Irving kicks to Merritt. Back to Irving. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. The pass to Bogut. On its way from Young for 2. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And nobody puts a body on Bogut, and then he makes him pay the price.
Boston leading by 3. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. Brooklyn making some changes. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Bogut. Jared Allen comes in for Luwawu Cabarro. And Kevin Durant subbed in for Mirotic. And here's Walker outside. Rebounded by the Nets.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to ease up off the three.
The shot's good from Irving.
And you got to admire Irving in these situations. Doesn't let pressure overwhelm him. In fact, he embraces it.
Outside, Walker. Again, the miss by the Celtics. For Brooklyn, they've gone 8 of 11 from the field in the final period. Great shooting down the stretch. Here's Irving. Good!
Kyrie Irving has simply caught fire.
The Celtics have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth and even 50%. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They trail by 1. 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Ball out of his hand.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Mirotic is checked in for Durant. Harris comes in for Nick Young. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Irving. And so it's Brooklyn with it. Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Puts it up from 15. Offensive rebound. Allen passes to Dinwiddie. Shoots over Brown. Misses off the left iron. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Money!
Well, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game? Yes.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're behind by 1. Irving dishes to Durant. A 3. And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. Just a massive victory, Greg. Maybe it's overstating it, but I think this was a game they had to have.
And I don't think it's overstating it. I agree with you. I mean, going down 2-0 would have given this team a huge hill to climb. But now at 1 game apiece and with some momentum, this is anybody's series.
But for now,